Hello, I'm Kristina Blake from the Autism News Network, and I'm joined today by Tara from MarTar Swim School. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Little hot, but loving life.
And then also some interview questions. Tell us about what you do.
So, MarTar Swim School is a begin to swim program. We teach children with disabilities from ages 2 months to 100 years old, and we have been teaching since 1999 as a swim school, specializing children with multiple disabilities, specifically autism.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
What got MarTar Swim School started?
Marty and I used to work for another swim agency, and we saw people trying to put their children with autism in with the group lessons, and they were not in the best spot, in the best place with too many kids. So we branched out and we started teaching with them in our own private program, and then we decided to open our own swim school so that we could specifically teach kids with autism how to swim.
That's awesome because there's not many things for kids to do with autism.
There is not as many, and then children with autism, it's the number one cause of death, which is drowning. And so children with autism are drawn to the water, and so we need to make sure they're safer in and around water, and that's why we started our program.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your experience working with individuals with autism or other disabilities?
So we have taught nonverbal aggressive autism. We have taught what back in the day was called low functioning or high functioning. Now there's numbers and levels and all those different things. So we're experienced teaching the very, very toughest, non-compliant adults, teenagers, and children with autism, all the way to the high functioning verbal children with autism. A lot of those high functioning verbal following directions compliant children can be in a semi-private, but we teach mostly children with autism in private lessons because it's better for them, and then they can leave our program to go be social, whereas in this program it's a life skill that we teach them how to swim so they can survive when they're outside of the pool.
That's awesome to hear. Not just autism children, but everybody needs that.
And we've had other disabilities, from Down syndrome, cystic fibrosis, cerebral palsy. We've had blind, we've had deaf, we've had wheelchairs, we've had, you name it, we have taught it.
Cool. Yeah. Have you received any special training related to special education or adaptive physical education?
Yes, I am an undergrad degree earner in adaptive physical education. My master's is in special education. I have programs, certifications with adaptive swimming. My program as adaptive PE teacher was with swimming. And then as we've gone along, we've done certifications with all kinds of different various programs to continue our education. We are one of the people that wrote a curriculum that other swim schools and other programs are using. Because of my knowledge and my textbook smarts, we have turned into a actual to do in the pool smarts. So lots and lots of my certifications for adaptive swimming and children with disabilities is like 3 pages long.
Wow.
It's a lot.
How do you adapt your swim lessons for individuals with sensory sensitivities, communication challenges, or physical disabilities?
Okay, good question. So I'm not sure how much of the pool you can see, but one of the physical adaptations that we put into our pool when we modified this pool is we added steps and we added a railing. So that helps any of the kids that have CP or that have issues with spatial awareness to be able to get into the pool easier. We use a schedule board, so it allows them to have a visual schedule of what the lesson progression will be. That also helps not only for them to see the lesson, but then they know when the lesson will be over, which sometimes children with autism, they have to have the same structure, the same routine, the same lesson every time. It's very important for them. And for communications, for the nonverbal kids, we do a lot of visual. And then we also do a lot of tapping and touching and hand-over-hand support and things like that, so that if they can't communicate, they show us other ways that they can communicate, and we manage to communicate with them really well.
That's good to hear. How do you handle meltdowns, anxiety, and sensory overloads during your swim lessons?
So one of the things which I should have said a second ago is our pool is enclosed, so we don't have to worry about the heat, which often is a meltdown. Like, they get very hot and overheated, so it makes them very, very upset. So that's the first thing. Second thing is it's a heated salt system pool, so kids that have sensitivity to chlorine do not have that same reaction in here. Meltdowns we handle by either some physical support. We do lots of compression, we do lots of pressure, and sometimes with the child you'll see tonight, one of our students, if he has any meltdowns or anxiety, we just let him go. So we don't do the equipment with him, we don't put any structure or the routine of the lesson with him, we just let him swim.
Okay. What do you believe is the most important outcome for swim lessons for special needs?
That they are water safer in and around water, so that when they're drawn to water, they know how to react. So when they fall into a pool or jump into a body of water, which they inevitably do, we have taught them how to put their face in, how to react, how to swim back to the place where they can touch or roll over so they can scream, because even though they're nonverbal, they do make lots of noise.
Yes.
And so that the child with disability or autism specific can get help.
That's good to hear. How do you help a swimmer feel proud of the progress?
So every child at the end of their lesson, they get hugs, high fives, sometimes kisses if they're allowed. We have drawers full of prizes. So there's candy and there's toys. So a lot of the kids with autism or sensory needs cannot have candy. They cannot have a specific kind of food. So we have toys, we have stickers, we have tattoos, and then we also do certificates. So we do duckies and certificates, even if it's just I jumped in without holding my instructor's hand, they'll get a certificate for it. We broadcast it, we put it on social media, we make a really big fuss about it.
Well, that's good that you have all that stuff too.
Oh, it's ready to go.
I'm sure it helps the kids.
Absolutely. They are completely motivated by it.
Where does your heart for autism come from?
A need. So watching children with disabilities, autism, again, autism specific, not be able to have quality, experienced, appropriate instructors is how it came apart. I've been around children with disabilities my whole life for one reason or another, and I decided it was time for us to do something that nobody else was doing.
That's good.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to do your swim lessons?
So our privates are $50 a class, our semi-privates are $40 a class per student. Our groups are $30 a class per student, and the parent-child is $20 a class. And we do 30-minute lessons, and new members sign up for 8 weeks at a time, and concurring lessons, continuing clients, they have to do 6 at a time.
Okay, that's good to know to get the word out for other people that are going to watch this video.
Yes, ma'am. We do once a week, twice a week, 3 days a week, depending. And here comes one of my very happy swimmers now. He's going to jump right into the pool.
That's very helpful information. I appreciate you for taking your time with me today.
Thank you for coming. We'll see you soon.
And this was Kristina Blake from the Autism News Network.